How you doing, guys? Just another video update. Um, just wanted to talk about this speaker build. Like, if any of you watch this and have any ideas of something that you would like to do, I was thinking on the lines of keeping it low budget, um, or else maybe up the budget a little bit and build something kind of a little bit fancier. So kind of two trains of thoughts in it. I actually might do two builds, to be honest. We'll do a nice simple build. I was thinking of the overnight sensations, they're called. A lot of people talk about these speakers. I'm curious myself to see how they sound. Like, they're only small bookshelf speakers, but some people say they're great. Now, I'm a bit dubious because they're quite cheap and they're quite small. But people are saying the components that you build them with, you can actually buy the whole kit. So it works out, I think, about €130 for the kit. Now, unfortunately, in Europe, the kit only comes as the components. You have to supply your own timber. But for the people in the States, you'll be able to get the full kit for probably about $140, which includes the MDF, which is already pre-milled and machined. So it's basically just install the components and glue it together. So that's one I'm thinking of doing. And then I was thinking of going really kind of classic, thinking something along the lines of the old Dynaco A25s or the JBL 100s, something along that style. You can actually buy grills that are very similar to the JBL 100s. I think they're a great looking grill. They look great. They're kind of like boxes of sponge kind of risen out there. I don't know if anyone's ever seen them out there, but they're a great looking set of speakers. They're real classic, real kind of 80s. Like, that's kind of my scene, but as everything 80s is kind of making a comeback anyway, as it seems. But I was thinking we'd go along that lines. Again, we'll keep it nice and simple. Like, there's builds out there of those kind of Dynaco 820s, A25s. They're quite simple. There's no need for a crossover in them. It's only like a two-way system. There's no real kind of crossover as such in them. Now, there is capacitors and transistors in them. So that's kind of a basic starting point. But I think now as we progress the channel, we'll get into then building a three-way system, and we'll go into crossovers. Now, you can buy crossovers ready built, which are great. Like, Dayton Audio do great crossovers pre-built. Again, they're relatively cheap. They probably work out about 20 to €30 for one crossover. But again, it is cheaper to kind of build them yourself, and you'll get a little bit better quality. So, me personally, the end of it that kind of daunts me is the electrics end. So that'll be new to me. That'll be a learning experience for me as well. So, as I said, we'll go through it with simple tools. I'll show you ways of building it with just hand tools even. And then what I'll do is I'll do the faces twice on some of the speakers. I'll do it with hand tools, and then I'll do it with a router to get a really nice finish. And like, to be honest, guys, if you're putting grills over your speakers, you can get away with even just cutting a hole straight into the MDF or whatever material we decide to build these out of. But as I said, like, I'm going to get better equipment, and we'll do a really nice simple video. We'll do it from start to finish. We'll go through everything that we're going to buy. We'll go through the materials. I'll show you me measuring it up, cutting the stuff. That's what I find with a lot of videos on YouTube. Like, as I said, there's great videos out there. There's some guys, and they do amazing stuff. But I find probably 90% of these videos are lacking the whole process for people. That's what I feel anyway. And yeah, some of them are shot really well and all, but I don't see the point in making a video that you're not going to show people the entire process. And skip out steps. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, as I said, I'm a simple guy. I like nice, simple things. And like, I try not to leave things to people's imagination, because, you know, when you're not shown something, you can come up with different ways of doing it in your own mind, but like, you might never get the right way of doing it. Where if somebody shows you, you'll always remember it, and then you can build on that. So that's the plan anyway. So if anyone has any ideas or something that they want to see, like, as I said, I want to keep it kind of cheap for people, because this is kind of, I want to start off kind of as a budget friendly channel. Like in hi-fi, things aren't cheap, but you can make it cheap, or you can make it as dear as whatever you want. But people might be saying, why are you talking about building your own speakers? Like, as I said, I bought a set there, brand new, just over 280 euros. But guys, the components you can get when you build your own speakers, you know, if you take into it, manufacturers are building these speakers. Sometimes they're buying cheap components. Like, they need to make a profit. Then they're selling them on to the wholesalers, who need to make a profit when they sell them to the shops. So by the time you get them, like, there's a huge markup already on a set of speakers. Like, so say you pay €250 for a small, probably bookshelf set of speakers. Like, really, the components in that are probably only coming to about maybe 50, 60 euros. So, like, all of that is being added on by the manufacturer, the wholesalers, then the retailers. So, guys, you're not going to get the same quality. Like, if you spend 500 on a speaker build for the components, like, you're probably talking about $2,000 worth of a speaker, the same kind of sound, if you build it right. Now, a lot of things with speaker builds is down to the volume of the speaker and the different type of resonance in the box. So, like, we'll go through all that stuff. But, like, if anyone is familiar with the old speakers, like, there were some brilliant speakers that came out in the 80s, 70s and 80s. Like, some of them were very simple. And, you know, I was one for always tinkering with stuff, and I've taken loads of sets of speakers apart, and, like, even good sets, like even stuff from Technics and all, and most of them were built out of like, do you know, the old fashioned chipboard that a lot of the old furniture was made out of, with the kind of melamine. It was a real 80s thing. It was like the melamine kind of plastic on it, and it was shit. Well, excuse me language, but that's what it was. It was like, if this stuff got wet, it would always swell, and it would, like, you'd be able to crumple it apart in your hands. But, like, that's what they were all built out of. And they sounded great, and basically they were just insulated with, like, house kind of insulation, you know, like fiberglass just stuffed into these things. And it wasn't even stuffed in neat, it was just shoved in. Like, I even seen speakers that were like, had insulation, like, from, you know, like what you'd find in a pillow, like kind of a fiber, kind of cheap old pillow stuffing. So they weren't built out of great components, but they sound good. And I'd say a lot of good speakers out there as well that people think are good are stuffed with crap. So yeah, we'll run through stuff, and we'll try and we'll do one build probably for roughly around 150 euros, and the second one we'll aim for in around the 500 euro mark. Now, I know 500 euros is a lot of money for some people, but, like, I have a couple of ideas of what we'll do. And as I said, like, I came across a set of these grills on eBay. They're the JBL 100 grills. Now, they're not original manufacturer ones, but they look identical, and to me they're a great looking set of speakers. So we might do something like that as well. So guys, as I said, when I plan to make these videos, I want to have better stuff. I want to have a proper camera and a proper microphone set up, just so you aren't missing anything. And yeah, so as I said, if anyone has anything that they want to see or talk about, or you know, has anything to add for ideas for this build, just throw it in the comments there, okay guys? And yeah, we'll try grow this channel. And as I said, I want to put other stuff into it too, just other interests I have, you know, because you find a lot of us are the same. We all kind of have the same interests. So yeah, we'll just we'll try grow the channel and keep it simple, guys, okay? So keep it budget friendly too. That's the goal. And as I said, I want to try and upgrade my own system. I will be trying another few kind of high-end things, but I made a video there about tone arm upgrades. It wasn't, I probably worded that wrong making that video. I kind of wanted to get the point across that if people were thinking that, you know, it was a great upgrade to do, what I was kind of getting at was it was probably more cost effective and a better upgrade was to maybe upgrade your cartridge first. And I might have sounded like, you know, it doesn't matter what tone arm you have, but like as I said, the engineering that goes into these things is phenomenal. So like again, I'll probably be thinking of upgrading tone arms and stuff like that as well in the future. Like they do make a difference. Like I know I said it doesn't make a huge difference, but every little thing does help. And yeah, it's like the bearings and stuff in them are just much better quality, and that again affects the dampen, so you will hear a difference. But as I said, we'll keep the upgrades simple. I'll probably show you another video of maybe installing how to install cartridges and that, and the other turntable as well. I have a head shell on it, so like you can see with the Project Carbon, the debut Carbon, it has a fixed head shell. It's connected to the arm basically, and to change a cartridge in that is you need to kind of just take the whole lot out. But I'm thinking of getting a 2M blue, but that's a simple. I'll show you how to just change a stylus, and then I'll show you on the head shell how to change a whole cartridge over. So that's it, guys. Like yeah, hoping to grow the channel and get the numbers up. So yeah, anything you want to see, just pop it in the comments, okay? Thanks guys, bye.